It's the biggie today, if you want to call it that. The main problem that people have when it comes to writing blogs, that's what the hell do I write about? And coming up with ideas for blogs is actually much easier than you think. So that's what we're going to look at today, following my bronze, silver and gold framework for content ideas in 2021. So starting with bronze, and like in the Olympics, bronze isn't bad, it's just not as good as silver and gold. Bronze in blogging terms is this: tell people something you want them to know. You're an expert in your field, so you should have a pretty good idea about a few topics that you personally find interesting that you would like to share with people. Now, this way of thinking of something to say, it's not bad. The problem with this is we're guessing at what we think people are going to find interesting. And as I've covered in another video, you should be repurposing your blog content for things like video, like this, for social media posts, for your email marketing and all that sort of jazz. So we want to really try and get to the bottom of what people care about, because then it's going to make it more worth the effort of going to all this trouble. Which leads me on to silver. Research what industry leaders are doing and then do it better. No, I don't mean just flick through people's blogs and nick a few topics that you think is interesting. I mean dig a little bit deeper than that. Have a look at the social media channels when they've shared the blogs. How many likes did they get? How many comments did they get? What kind of engagement is there on the actual blog itself? Are there trends in your competitors' content, or are more than one people saying kind of the same thing? If so, then they probably know that's content people want as well. And and you're probably wondering, well, how can I do it better? Well, if someone's got a list of 10 things, give them a list of 15. If someone doesn't use very interesting examples, put that into it. If someone's blog isn't in depth as you think it could be, go into more detail. Just out-trump them on everything you can think of. But again, silver isn't as good as gold. And like bronze, this silver framework, it's not perfect, to be honest. Why? Because you're still kind of guessing, you're still looking at what your competitors are doing and making your own assumption based off what you think must be working for them. You don't see what's going on behind the scenes. So we are still guessing with silver as we were with bronze. So how can we come up with content ideas that we know for a fact people actually want? That's where gold comes in. The best way to pick blog topics by an absolute mile is to find content that people are paying money for and then give them it for free. How do you do that? Well, there's 5 ways. The first way is the Amazon bestsellers list. So jump on Amazon, find books in your niche and have a look at the type of content that they're covering. Go into the content pages and see how that's broken up. That's going to give you so many ideas for content. The second is training courses, both online and offline. Now, in your business, there'll no doubt be loads and loads of training courses that you can do in the form of workshops, well, when COVID allows it anyway. Search them, have a look at the itinerary. Training courses will always have a very detailed itinerary of what you're going to learn on the course. There you go, loads of content ideas. Same online as well. You can go on like Udemy, if I'm saying it right. And they have courses for everything on there. And as always with training courses, they're always broken down module by module, topic by topic. And again it's going to give you loads of content ideas. And look up like more famous accredited courses as well, with like the Chartered Institute of Marketing, for example, I could look at. There's loads of copywriting courses out there as well, which all break down exactly what you're going to learn. Yeah, again, it's just an absolute treasure trove, I hate that phrase, but of kind of potential blog posts for you in there. Third is podcasts. They are free money wise, but you're still paying for podcasts with your time. So have a look at the top 10 list. What sort of content are they covering week to week? Is there any trends in the sort of top 10 lists in your industry as well? Again, it's just so much information that you can use to kind of get a jump start on your blog content ideas. Fourth is webinars. Now, similar to podcasts, some webinars are free, some are paid, to be fair. But again, have a look at webinars. What sort of things are they covering? What topics are they covering as well? This is where people are not just Paid webinars are the best really, because people are not only paying directly with a commitment to be somewhere at a specific time, and the time it takes to sit and watch the webinar, and the money they've paid for the webinar as well. So if a particular webinar is really popular, the content that they're covering, people are going to want that. Now, lastly, I want to cover what I'm going to call double gold, bonus gold, whatever you want. This way of coming up with content creation ideas is equally as good as researching what people are paying for, in my opinion. And that is to write content or write blogs based on questions that your customers need answered before they can work with you. This is based off Marcus Sheridan's They Ask You Answer. It's a really famous marketing book. If you haven't read it, you should. And he tells his story of how he took his swimming pool company in America from near brink of collapse to ridiculously successful. Couldn't get that out there. And the way that he did that is him and his team just made a note of all the questions that their customers would ask them that they needed an answer for before they'd commit to buying a swimming pool. And they would answer those questions either in blog post articles or in videos as well. And you should do exactly the same thing. The video you're watching right now is following that exact same principle. One of the main things people struggle with when they come to me and they want to write blogs is they don't know what to write about. Now, not everyone can afford me to come up with a content strategy for them. Some people prefer to write the blogs themselves or the bare bones of it and then have me edit them. It's part of my copy editing service. But there's no way I can get anyone to come to me and want that service if they can't think about what to say to begin with. So that's kind of one of the reasons I'm making this video as well, is to hopefully attract more people who want to take advantage of my copy editing service, because it's so much cheaper than my content strategy and blog writing. So again, that's one of my biggest obstacles to landing those clients. Hence, I'm doing a blog and recording this video to try and get over that. So that should be plenty for you to get started. As always, give us a shout if you have any questions. And if you're interested in the copy editing service that I mentioned briefly earlier, give us a shout. I'm more than happy to talk that through with you as well. Cheers.